One of the things which worries so many people when they're taking their motorhome or camper van across to France is what happens if there's reverse polarity. It's one of those sort of buzzwords that you hear mentioned in forums and Facebook groups, and it sounds utterly terrifying if your electrics will be live all the time and you're going to get electrocuted. Spoiler, it's not anywhere near that dramatic, but it is a thing that happens. And right now I'm on a campsite in France. I don't know if you can actually see out the window, but there is beautiful blue sky, and it's, there you go, little snapshot of a campsite in France there. And the weirdest thing is going on here. So on my pitch, electric is absolutely fine, not a problem at all. The pitch next to me has got reverse polarity. The pitch next to them has got reverse polarity, and the pitch the other side of them hasn't. So we're here as part of the Wandering Motorhome Club. We've got 12 vans in total, so there's a nice big group, and about half the people have got a reverse polarity issue on their pitch, and the rest of us are absolutely fine. So some might think, oh my goodness me, I can't deal with that, I don't know how to navigate this very scary thing. I'm going to walk you through all the various options and how it all works. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kat, I run Wandering Bird, and I'm here for the motorhome and campervan owners who want to take their vehicle further afield but are a little bit worried about the logistics and particularly don't want to get themselves electrocuted. So let's dive into this. So one thing I will say is that in all my years of travelling around France and the rest of Europe, this is not a problem that has happened to me a whole amount. However, I do want to caveat that with the fact that I have a Sergeant unit in my motorhome. I've got a Swift motorhome, and I believe most Swifts and some other makes as well have what's called a Sergeant unit. And the way that you find out is you look at your fuse box, and if it's got Sergeant written on it, then you've got a Sergeant unit too. And you will see, if you have got a Sergeant unit, there's a little light that most of the time is not lit up, and frankly you don't want it lit up as much as possible. But if you happen to plug into an electrical connection which has a reverse polarity issue, that little light will magically illuminate and you don't have to do anything else. So that's number one, what happens. If you have a Sergeant unit, it fixes it for you. So there could have been times where I didn't realise there was a reverse polarity issue because my Sergeant unit had just fixed it for me. Second thing that happens is normally reverse polarity happens on, I'm going to call it an older campsite. But right now we're on a really modern campsite. Lovely facilities, lovely grounds, well kept, all of the things that I would think there's not going to be an issue here. Turns out there are on some of them. So if you are concerned about reverse polarity, then first thing you do is when you get to any campsite and you don't have a Sergeant unit, you plug in your electric. This is the important thing that some people on this trip got a little bit wrong. So you have to plug in your electrical cable just like you normally would on any other campsite in the UK or wherever. And then you plug in one of these testers. Hang on. I should have got this better prepared. Huge thank you to George and Jill who are next to us. I've got one of these in my van. Can I find it? Can I heck? It is somewhere. But I think because I've used it so rarely, because I've got the Sergeant unit and it's not a big issue for me, it's gone into a very clever spot and I can't find it. So this is George and Jill's and this is their reverse polarity tester. And we were literally just testing it to see if it worked for them. Turns out it does, and it turns out they have a reverse polarity issue. So to go back to the thing, while I've got the tester in my hand, you plug in your electrical cable, and then once you've got power going into your van, just like normal, you plug one of these into any 3-pin electrical socket on your vehicle and it will light up. Now obviously you have to make sure that you read, I'll put that there, that you read the little lines. Every single one of these will be slightly different. So if you don't have this exact make, the lights or the sequence might be slightly different, but they work in the same way. So you plug it in and hopefully you'll get it's all correct. If you plug it in like George and Jill did next door and they had oh my goodness, you've got a reverse polarity issue and you don't have a Sergeant unit, you've got two options. Hopefully you're carrying a little length of reverse polarity cable with you that just plugs into the end of your electrical cable, and then you plug in that into your unit and you can use your vehicle just like you would at any other time. It's absolutely fine. There you go, this is George. He's the owner of this. Hello George.
Hello.
So go on then, we're taking off now, so we're going to actually recreate the problem, aren't we?
And it's
So it's just that.
Polarity.
Yep.
Not to be used in the UK.
Yep. And you got this off Amazon, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to show it how it worked. So you just plug in the normal electric cable in.
Yep.
And then I'll give that to you if you don't mind.
Now it's showing it's the wrong polarity.
Now it's showing it's the wrong polarity. And then we'll go plug it back in again.
Leave that plugged in.
Leave it plugged in, yeah. You're an excellent assistant. One of them in there.
That back in there.
One of them in there.
And now should now be the right polarity.
All right then. I'm going to go back now.
Speak English.
Oh, there I go, smile. Boom. Done. Perfect. That was easy, wasn't it? The second thing that you can do is if you're not happy, obviously you've got reverse polarity issue and you don't have that length of cable, or you're concerned about using the length of cable or anything like that, you just don't plug in your electric cable. You can still stay on the campsite, you can still use all the facilities, you can still do everything else, but you can just not plug in, and basically you'll just be off grid for the night. That's the other way around it. The other thing I will suggest you try, especially if you're on a campsite like this one, if your one socket has got reverse polarity, try a different socket, as long as they're not numbered for each pitch, obviously, but try a different socket, because we're literally all on the same post and one is fine, one's not. It's bizarre. So you might want to unplug and try it in a different socket that's nearby and see if you have better luck with that one. But they are all now using their electric. They've not got any issues. It's not anywhere near as terrifying a thing as it might sound before you've actually been out here, but I highly recommend you get one of these. I will drop the link for it below in the notes. And also, if you are going to be touring around France and you want our list of 75 amazing places that you should add to your list, I'll drop that for you in the notes as well. Right, I hope that was helpful. I made you feel a little bit happy about touring around France. You might also find this video useful, and I will see you there. Take care. Bye.